Hey everyone, Elisa Jones here to teach you the business side of teaching music so you can secure funding, gain influence, and have more time for what's really important, teaching music. This video is for those of you who have a bunch of students who need to fundraise to pay for their music program expenses, whether it's tour, uniform rental, instrument rental, or just standard program fees. And it's hard to balance those fundraising efforts with what you need for your music program at large, which could be capital purchases or smaller purchases like maintenance items or another helper in your classroom. This is a subject I can relate to very directly. I remember the times in high school hauling around boxes of candy bars from class to class, only to use my own lunch money to pay it all back. I sold window clings door to door. I worked for carnivals. I did car washes. I did every fundraiser that our teacher provided for us, and I'm thankful that she did, but I still had to beg for money from family to pay for my band tours, and I didn't like any of it. I didn't like selling. I didn't like asking for money, and it was just not my thing. So students nowadays are actually super lucky. There's so many opportunities for them with fundraising online that makes the ask very easy. There are some fantastic ways for them to raise money without having to actually sell anything but their participation in the program. So I'm going to give you three tactics, 3 ways that you can give your students the opportunity to make all the money they need for their music fees or tours or whatever, so that you can focus on fundraising for your program expenses. So number 1 is online crowdfunding. This is where they can put out the ask. They can build an online web page and send it out to all of their Facebook friends or post it to Instagram, ask friends and family around the country to crowdfund them. And the website handles all the processing fees and everything. It just goes right to the student so they can give it then right to the program. Now, there are good and bad things about both of this type of thing. Usually the back end is pretty challenging, but there are some businesses, some specific school fundraising businesses that are offering this opportunity, and they have the back end dial to where a student's money goes, instead of directly into a bank account that they set up, it goes right into the account that the school has set up for them. So it's just a matter of finding those online opportunities for your students, and I know they're out there. In fact, I'm going to find one and put it in my webpage. So make sure you follow my webpage and we'll get that over to you. The second thing you can do is create an online store for your entire program, where the students can create items or even just designs, and they can promote it and sell it. Now, this usually takes a little initial investment, getting up a Shopify or a Squarespace or some other type of e-commerce website. Even Facebook actually allows you to house like an online store with them. And you put someone in charge of it, getting all the items up on the online store, and then you have to create a back-end way to get the money put directly into your school account. So there is a little bit of work that you have to do on the back end. But once it's in place, it gives your students a way to autonomously self-promote and self-fund. And it's easy for you to see who is selling so that and what they're selling and how much, so it can be easily attributed to the individuals. So how this might look is if you have an online store that's just t-shirts, let's say, and everybody in your class gets to design one t-shirt that they get to sell. You can use a service like Printful, okay? And I'll have the link in the video. So you can use Printful, and they handle everything for you. You place the order through them, and they create the item and send it to the person who ordered it from you. So this is called dropshipping, and it's quite easy once you get your store initially set up and figured out. But then your students have the freedom to design and sell anything that they want, and then they have the responsibility of promoting it. And it's a little bit easier nowadays to promote it online rather than door to door. But of course they could go to door if they still want to. Hey, get online and buy the t-shirt I just designed. It looks like this. Okay, so that's another great way. Number 1, crowdfunding. Number 2, an online store. Number 3 is you can host one huge event and use the students as your workers. So you track their hours, and that way you'll know exactly who gets how much of the event proceeds. You can run it just like they're an employee and they get a certain dollar amount for each hour that they work for the event. You could also give them a commission on ticket sales and get them to sell the tickets for your program. Some of you probably are already doing this and it totally makes sense, right? So that's another easy way for them to earn money, and it's much easier than selling candy bars, jerky, or candles. So the goal is to have enough opportunities, and I've just given you 3 tactics that you can try that are going to work for any of your students, because some are going to be more comfortable selling ticket sales door to door, and some are going to be more comfortable designing and selling a t-shirt that they don't actually have to fulfill the order. You know, the online company does that. And some are going to be more comfortable just crowdfunding. So be sure to offer your students a variety of ways to earn the money that they need so that they can find one that really fits and resonates well with them. That's how they're going to want to do it. Okay, now it's your turn. I want to know what easy opportunities you've given your students to earn money for themselves. So leave a comment or post it on my Facebook page, or you can even send me an email. I can't wait to hear the ideas that you've come up with. So until next time, we'll see ya.